Jean-Louis.
Here is your 91.1 WMUA Sports Update.
Good evening, UMass and the Pioneer Valley. I'm Marc Jean-Louis, and here's your WMUA 91.1 Sports Flash. The Rhode Island Rams came to the Mullins Center last night and took the UMass men's basketball team the distance. Thanks to clutch free throws by the guards Chaz Williams and Trey Davis, UMass held on down the stretch, beating Rhode Island 70-67. The Minutemen started off very poorly, making just 3 of their first 23 shots in the game. Despite the slow start and being down by as much as 13 in the first half, UMass took a 1-point lead in the halftime, 31-30. UMass opened the second half on an 8-0 run and led by as much as 9 early on. The Rams, however, shot 50% from the field in the game, which kept them in it until the very end. UMass held a strong rebounding edge, 41-28 over URI, including an 18-6 edge offensively. It proved to be the difference in this one. Williams and Davis led the team in scoring with 16 and 13 points respectively. Samson Carter also had a nice night with 11 points, and Derek Gordon, surprise stat of the night, he had 10 rebounds. For URI, 4 of their 5 starters scored in double figures. UMass, now 22-5, 9-4 in the Atlantic 10, will hit the road and take on the Dayton Flyers on Saturday. Early tip-off for that one at 11 a.m. on ESPNU. Over to women's hoops now. The Minutemen finally earned the victory on Sunday against the Rhode Island once again, defeating the Rams 69 to 56. The win snapped a 17-game losing streak and gave UMass just their 4th victory on the season. 3 of the Minutemen starters got into double figures. Jasmine Harris with 20, Rashida Tambill with 19, and Noah Henry with 10. Also, Kim Pierre-Louis showed a dominant defensive presence on the court with 13 boards. Tonight, the Minutewomen are back in action at the Mullins Center for senior night, their last home game of the season. They'll be taking on St. Joseph's at 7 p.m. That game will be broadcast live on WMUA. Now over to women's lacrosse. The 10th-ranked Minutewomen outlasted Boston University at McGurk Stadium yesterday afternoon. Behind 4 goals from Erica Eop and 3 more from Sam Rush, UMass held off BU by a score of 11-8. Junior Rachel Valarelli earned the win for UMass, her 18th on the season, making 3 saves. UMass improves to 4-0 on the young season and heads out to Iona in New York for the next game on Saturday. In the pros now, the Boston Celtics got a win over the Atlanta Hawks last night, winning 115-104 behind big scoring nights from Rajon Rondo and Jared Bayless. The win put the C's at 20-39 for the season, 4th worst in the NBA. Bayless had 29 points, while Rondo had a double-double with 22 points and 11 assists in 36 minutes. For the Hawks, DeMar Carroll had 24 points and 7 rebounds, while Jeff Teague had 26. Boston will welcome the conference-leading Indiana Pacers to the Garden on Saturday, tip-off at 8 p.m. In the NHL, the Boston Bruins took the Buffalo Sabres the distance and then some, but fell just short in a close one, 5-4 in overtime. Matt DiGostini had the game winner for Buffalo, who move up to 42 points on their tough-going season. The Bruins pick up a point in the overtime loss and now have 79 on the season. Good for second in the conference. On Saturday, the Washington Capitals arrive to the Garden, face off at 1 p.m. on the NHL Network. And last but not least, in Major League Baseball, your defending World Series champion, Boston Red Sox, take the diamond against Northeastern University as part of their annual opening doubleheader earlier today. The Red Sox beat the Huskies 5-2 in 7 innings. Newly acquired outfielder Grady Sizemore, who last played in spring training 2012, was in the lineup for the Sox. He went 0-2. The Red Sox will return to facing Major League action tomorrow when they take on Minnesota Twins tomorrow afternoon in Fort Myers, Florida. I'm Marc Jean-Louis, and that was your WMUA 91.1 Sports Flash. To the news crew.
Thank you, Marc. This is WMUA News.